Take this, Justin. Take it. Actually, I thought he was a great guy, but since he crossed the personal line, he's not gonna have my respect. He's not gonna have my team's respect. All I'm gonna need is 2 minutes in the octagon with you. Then I'm gonna put you to sleep in front of your whole family, your country, in front of everyone.
Just focusing on how to be perfect is all I will focus on. Lots of praying, for me and my opponent, for no chronic or injury or serious injury. I don't wish to hurt my opponent severely. I want to knock him out, but the human body is resilient. He'll come back from that.
Yeah.
Same for myself. Yeah, just trust in the process. I put myself through so much work, sacrificed so much. Many times to go in there with any expectations. I'm expecting, I'm fighting someone that's so good at fighting. World-class fighter. His last 3 finishes are absolutely spectacular, and I have a huge challenge ahead of me. I'm 5-1 underdog, and of course, the world's counting me out, and I thrive under pressure. I love pressure.
I didn't count you out at all. That's why I trained my ass off.
I love these situations. That's what I love. I love these situations. I love you knowing that you're gonna knock me out, because when it goes to the second round, it goes to the third round, you're gonna be like, oh, I talked all this shit.
Bro, there's never gonna be a second or third round. That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna knock you out.
The rivalry is already heating up before the fighters have even stepped into the octagon. With the White House showdown approaching, Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje continue exchanging insults and increasing the tension around one of the year's most anticipated matchups. Neither man appears willing to back down, while analysts, former fighters, and coaches continue offering very different predictions, making the outcome even harder to call.
Thought or preparation for the surroundings, for the area. This is obviously going to be a spectacle. It's going to be outrageous. You talked about being one of the biggest UFC events of all time. I think that's an accurate depiction of what it's going to be when it's all said and done. Whether people are like watching it or hate watching it, whatever the case, there's going to obviously be a lot of eyes on this, but it is going to be a different setup than what you're used to, Mr. King. I think you are.
It's going to be a little bit different, but I've been in many situations. I don't care who is going to be in there. At the end of the day, it's going to be me, my opponent, and we both are gonna fight in the same circumstances, so it is what it is.
For you, Ilia,
all I know, the Mr. King all knows is that I'm gonna put him to sleep in the first round.
All right, well, we'll watch Saturday, Paramount Plus. UFC.
Don't blink, because it's gonna be very cool.
But all of a sudden, and that was only 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden, from the best I could tell, the genesis of this was Justin Gaethje saying that Ilia thinks he's a king. He does these interviews and he's this annoying little guy and he thinks he's a king, and then said, I would have left him too. And that's referencing what we believe to be a split up within Ilia's.
Their first face-to-face encounter showed just how intense the rivalry had become. Gaethje rejected the idea that fighters need genuine hatred to perform at their best, explaining that emotions naturally rise as fight night approaches, and even harmless jokes can sometimes be taken personally. Topuria saw things differently, choosing to ignore the emotional debate and maintain the same confidence that has helped establish him as one of MMA's fastest rising stars.
Have to be a personal feeling leading into a fight? Will it always get ugly leading into a fight? Do you guys need that mentally to be able to fight at your best? Or what is your thoughts on the lead up to a fight in the relationship with the other fighter?
No, I think it definitely doesn't need to be personal. I mean, ultimately, we're going to try to hurt each other. And so I guess that is pretty personal. But that is the job that we do. I never said anything personal. But we're very vulnerable when it comes to fight week. We're very emotional, and so we take everything personal. And so no matter what I said or didn't say, we're going to take it personal. No matter what he says, I'm going to take personal, because I have a chip on my shoulder. And this guy's
not going to take anything personal from you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I like this. Okay, I like what we're doing here.
I find the first difference here is that you are going to try to hurt me, and I'm actually going to hurt you.
Okay,
that's the difference between me and you. You are going to try to do something.
When discussing the unusual outdoor conditions, Ilia Topuria revealed that his team had prepared by holding training sessions outside. He also acknowledged Justin Gaethje's accomplishments and respected his career, but quickly returned to his central argument. The difference between them will come down to execution. Topuria believes Gaethje can talk about his plans all he wants, but he expects to be the one who actually delivers when fight night arrives.
Most confident you have felt going into a fight? How have you been preparing for the outside conditions? Anything different this year or this fight, as you know you're going to hurt Justin Gaethje as opposed to think you're going to hurt Justin?
I'm always confident in my possibilities. I always know what I'm able to do inside the octagon. Of course, we are going to fight in different circumstances since the event is going to happen outside in a garden. And of course, we did a lot of work outside to get used to it. But as I always say, I respect Justin as an opponent. I think he's done great things in the sport, but there are big differences between me and him. As he said, he's going to try to do things, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to deliver. I'm not going to try.
Gaethje was just as unwilling to back down. Responding to Topuria's confidence, he suggested the champion might be overestimating himself and warned that one clean shot could change everything. Drawing from years of experience against elite competition, Gaethje stressed that fights rarely unfold exactly as predicted, making confident forecasts dangerous. While he acknowledged Topuria's recent performances, Gaethje said he was completely comfortable carrying the Underdog label and the pressure that comes with it.
Do it.
Gaethje, you think he's a little bit more confident than you, Justin? It feels like that's what I'm hearing right there, Justin.
And believes everything he says. He sits around and smells his own farts, and he thinks he's God. He's human, just like me. I'm going to show him when I touch his chin, he's going to go to sleep just like anybody would whenever I land my shots. Again, I mean, I can sit around and say, and like I can predict the future, and I know I'm going to knock him out in the second round at 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the second round, but that's not how this sport works. I've done this too many times to go in there with any expectations. I'm fighting someone that's so good at fighting. World-class fighter. His last 3 finishes are absolutely spectacular, and I have a huge challenge ahead of me. I'm 5-1 underdog, and of course, the world's counting me out, and I thrive under pressure.
Topuria described Gaethje as a fighter who thrives when bouts become chaotic and unpredictable. However, the undefeated champion said that style does not concern him, insisting he can remain composed and in control even when the action gets wild. Rather than worrying about adjustments to Gaethje's strategy, Topuria plans to impose his own style from the opening moments and dictate the fight on his terms.
When you watch film on Justin, what do you kind of see from him, and what are kind of some of the holes you think in his game that you can kind of take advantage of?
He's a chaotic fighter, you know what I mean? He needs the chaos in a fight, but I bring calm in that chaos. And as I told you, like at the end of the day, I don't care what he's gonna bring in the fight, what's his strategy or whatever. Like I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna tell you my strategy. My strategy is to go in and take your head off. This is all I'm gonna do.
Okay, and Mr. Gaethje,
So scary, man. So scary.
Okay, that sounded like you're a little scared there. I mean, it didn't sound condescending at all there. That sounded very genuine.
Of course.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. We're both going to try to fucking knock each other's head out. That's what we do. That's what this fucking game is.
The trash talk continued as both fighters discussed their tactical plans. Gaethje explained that he relies heavily on his coaching team for film study and game planning, trusting them to develop an approach that maximizes his strengths. He also questioned whether Topuria would remain committed to a stand-up battle once the fight became intense.
I mean, I have the best coach in the world. I rely on him to watch a lot of film and instill the game plan into our workouts. I learn by action. I don't need to talk about it, So my coach has instilled the game plan, and we have a method to how I'm to be effective in my striking. And I'm ready for him to shoot and try to take me down. He says it's gonna be a stand-up battle, but after I hit him a few times,
Forget about it. I'm never gonna shoot for a takedown.
I just want to make it talk so that I can make it wrong.
Yeah, you will see. You will see. There are not gonna be takedowns from my side, at least. Maybe you are gonna try to shoot for a takedown.
I might take you down.
Hurt you.
It's called mixed martial arts. I'm not sure if you remember.
Yeah, just do it. I'm ready for everything. Whatever you wanna do it.
Topuria would remain committed to a stand-up battle once the fight became intense. Topuria dismissed the idea of relying on takedowns, insisting he intends to handle the fight on the feet. Gaethje countered by pointing out that this is MMA, where every aspect of the sport can come into play.